You went to blonde, and you're here to figure out how to fix an overly blonde, flat, maybe even a solid looking color. I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's do it together. What makes your hair look way too blonde? If it's looking like one solid color, or maybe it's platinum, or it can even be washed out, and you just don't see any depth in the hair whatsoever, typically that's going to make it look like you are just way too blonde. If your hair color is matching your skin color, it makes you a little bit paler, and it just does not look natural. That's when you know it's time to maybe add a little depth, a little dimension to your hair, and that is going to help a ton. So the way we fix this is by adding low light. Stay with me. I know if you have blonde hair or if you love being blonde, you hear adding low lights and you think, I do not want to have my hair be too dark. One nice thing is you are able to adjust the tone or the darkness of your low lights based on how much depth you want. So the lighter the highlight, typically colors start from a range of 1 being the darkest and 10 being the lightest. You can pick a level that is going to be closer to a lighter level, so you're not going to be too dark. You can also adjust this or control it by doing more of a baby light and maybe not pick up as many stitches in your weave, so you're not going to have too much dark in there. You can do 2 blonde foils to maybe a 1 low light baby light, and you're not going to get super dark by doing that. I typically like to do low lights and highlights together. So if your hair can handle having a little bit of bleach on it, I like to do a lower developer, say like a 5 volume, maybe a 10 volume, depending on how much of that peroxide your hair can handle. But the highlights, you want those to be super brighter, kind of pop a little bit more, and then you want those low lights to sit underneath it so those highlights look super bright. Again, highlights equal brighter and low lights equal depth and contrast. You want to make sure when you're going to do those low lights, you're going to choose the right color for your skin tone. So if you are on the lighter side, maybe you have a little bit more fair skin and it takes a little bit more for you to, let's say, get a tan, you're going to want to make sure that you are staying a little bit lighter with those low lights. I do more of like a beige or honey tone. Let me show you what I mean. So these are more of your beige tones. On this side, you can see it has a little bit of warmth to it. This is more your beige, and these are more of like your golden. So as you can see, this one has more of a kind of yellow undertone, but that's gonna look better on my super light or fair skin gals or guys. For someone who has warmer, maybe more olivey skin tone, that's typically where I sit. I tan a little bit easier, but I still have those lighter kind of bluish green eyes. You can go a little bit darker with your tones, and you want to stay more in kind of those caramely, maybe a little bit more warm. You can also still do that beige tone. And that's going to kind of make your skin pop a little bit more, and it's not going to wash you out. Versus those lighter tones, if you go too dark, it will wash you out and it'll just make you look a little bit more pale. So these tones right here are more of a neutral. My neutral, it would call Mitchell, does have a little bit more warmth to it, but you can handle kind of more these tones. Again, I also said you can do more of those beigey tones because they do have a little bit of warmth to it too, but you're able to go a little bit darker with those low lights. So I'm going to pop up some pictures on the screen so you can see the difference when you start with more of a solid blonde look. And then now this is with more of the depth, with low lights, nothing too crazy dark, but it just softens kind of that solid blonde look. and look how much it makes those highlights pop. All right, now let's get to the nitty gritty. I personally love to do a semi or a demi-permanent color when I'm doing low lights, especially on blondes. Because let's be honest, we typically like to be a little bit lighter in the summer, and we will go a little bit darker kind of in the fall, winter months. So when you're using a demi-permanent hair color, it's not as harsh on your hair. It is a little bit easier to lift out of your hair, and it doesn't last as long. You're gonna sit closer to like a 6 or 8 week, and you do not have that regrowth that a permanent color will do. Permanent color typically doesn't fade, and you're gonna notice kind of that regrowth of your natural color, and then with that darker color still staying on your hair. So the semi and demi-permanent hair color just gradually will fade off. You don't see any harsh lines, and it just looks a whole lot more natural on your hair. Plus it adds shine to your hair. We all want our hair to look shiny, so I really love this when you're creating kind of those dimensional blondes. So for my personal hair and kind of my skin tone, I'm gonna be using a 7N in Paul Mitchell's The Demi Color Line. Again, that's a demi-permanent color line. And then I will also be using some blondes, because as you can see, I haven't highlighted my hair in a while, so I'm gonna use 30 and 40 volume on my regrowth, but I want those ends to be brighter. So I'm gonna use a 5 volume with bleach to pull some blonde through my ends to kind of get those blondes to pop a little bit more. All right, you guys ready to see this mess? Again, jump scare. I haven't done my hair in a very long time, so you are gonna see that super dark regrowth of my natural color. But look at how washed out my blonde looks. You don't see a whole lot of darkness kind of through my ends. It almost looks one color. My blondes are kind of just washed out. None of them really pop. So that is going to help doing the dimensional blonde of kind of give variation to my hair. So I do have a video on how to highlight your hair. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth on exactly what I'm gonna do. I will be doing probably closer to 2 blonde foils. Some of them I will pull through that 5 volume through my ends, and then I will do 1 foil of kind of more like a baby light with the demi-permanent 7N hair color. I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing, but if you want an in-depth kind of how to highlight your hair, click the link up above after you watch this video to kind of get an idea of exactly how I do this. Let's keep up.
One eternity later.
Let's start foiling. Again, this is going to be a blonde foil. That was with 30 volume. Then we are going to brighten up these ends a little, and we are going to apply the lower developer, not all the way through, but just to kind of feather it through my ends. And that is with 5 volume. And another blonde foil. Now let's get into that lowlight 7N. Now we do exactly the same thing all the way through on the left, the right, and a few foils in the very back, and I'll be back to show you with them all in.
A few moments later.
Here we are all foiled. I did a couple towards my face, and then I just highlighted the back section. I did no low lights to it whatsoever because I have a lot of dark in the back of my hair. So let's process this. I will tone it. I typically tone with a 10BV and a 10PA to just kind of ash everything out so I'm not super warm, and then I'll show you the end results. And that's it. As you can see, I have a lot of bright blonde through it, but you can see those low lights in there. So it fixed that overly blonde look, but I don't look too dark. If you look at it, you can definitely see those brighter pieces of blonde that I did with the 5 volume on the ends. And then you can see those dark pieces kind of poking through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this will help you tone down that blonde if you're feeling a little bit too bright and blonde and overly kind of faded. This definitely will help kind of fix all of that. As always, I will link everything down in the description box below of what I used on my hair. That way it's super easy for you to find all the levels that I use and the color line that I use. Super easy, just look down in the description. And as always, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment box below. As always, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.